Alright. Yo. Hey, y'all, man. This is ShamThaGod here, along with my my partner here, Mr. Panther 2728. Man, we getting ready to play something.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. We getting ready to play some Call of Duty Invasion. But at the same time, we're going to do a little commentary, and we're going to talk about the events that happened over the weekend of the young man that was killed here in Memphis, Tennessee. So we want to just talk about a few things on how, you know, I've been hearing a lot of other YouTubers and a lot of other people was talking about, you know, how they feel and their reaction to it. So by me living here in Memphis, I want to share my, you know, my thoughts about it as well. Well, we want to share our thoughts about it. So
Yeah, because it's a lot to do. It's like, once again, here we go again with this.
Yep.
Don't ever stop.
Yeah. I mean, what's crazy about it, and what's crazy is people, they, well, first off, they said that he had ran, which, he really didn't run. Like, they was pulled out. This is the little group they had here called, known as the Scorpion Group, and it was established in 2021. So, you know, it was just crazy how they tried to make him think that he was just trying to run away from him and all that. But the case was, you know, there was, you know, if anybody's seen the video, man, we all know that they pulled him out of that car so rough.
Yeah.
You know. And I just want to just give my reaction, my take on it, because, you know, I live in Memphis, so it's, you know, I just want people to understand something. You know, the violence that's been going on here in Memphis, it's been going on for a long time. Yeah, it's been going on for years. Like, the cops and the stuff that they've been doing here, it's been going on it's been going on. Like, I know other cities, you know, they talk about the other big cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, and, you know, New York and all that. But down here, it's a little bit different because, you know, the cops, I'm just gonna be like 100% brutally honest. Like, they didn't really care, you know.
Not at all.
So when those cops did what they did, you know, to me that was something personal in terms of what they did, because I know everybody's gonna be keeping their eye on it, because we are as well, because it affects us the most. But at the same time, we already knew what was going down here. We already knew what was going on. So, you know, and like I said, this stuff been going on for years. You know, I've been living here for like 10+ years. And
yeah, both of us.
Yeah, so and here's the thing, people were saying that it's, you know, it's evolving racism, and that's not the case here. Racism is not the case with this situation here. You know, these were black people that with badges that wind up killing another black person. You know, it was clearly something personal that was going on, because why would you jump this young man here? Why would you jump him? Like,
and there's a number of y'all, and the fact that y'all did this, he's handcuffed and everything, and y'all still went to that length. Like, that's not it's more pride than anything. You don't do something like that to somebody. I mean, think about it. If you're cuffed and you're basically getting jumped, you're not gonna run.
You know, people, like, at this point, when you're dealing with cops and you see everything that's going on, like, you pretty much would be scared too, in a sense, because you don't want to die over something that you know you didn't do.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and this has been going on all over the country, so it just spreads that fear. It spreads that fear over black people.
Yeah, but it's like, and what makes it so bad is just like, yo, it's our own people though, which is why it gets me to see is like, you know, which is why I have a it tends to be a hot take sometimes, I guess you could say. Lee is a lot going on, but like I tend to say that one thing is like if anybody hates black people more, it's other black people.
Exactly, and that's been.
We can't wait. We can't wait to go ahead and do something to each other. Like, you know, they say, oh, police brutality and this, then the third, but we kill each other more than anybody.
Yep, true.
And like, oh, you want to say Black Lives Matter, but hell, does it even matter to do Black Lives matter to Black Lives?
Exactly. You know, and you know, and Memphis is is really just it's more black people than anything else. So,
yeah.
You know, you think that you'll be like, oh, we should get along and all this, but don't nobody want to do that now. No one's interested in doing that now. It's all about, oh, you did this to me, so now I gotta get you back. I gotta get revenge. And people here, and what people don't realize here in Memphis, people are very vengeful. And I mean, they are vengeful.
That's an understatement. It's like, yo, you did me dirty. I have to do you as bad, if not worse. But it's just like, you know, it's the same in the parable. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. So if you're constantly trying to one up, then what? Where's the end of it?
Yeah, I mean, that's our question. Like, if we're gonna be as black people, we need to have an understanding that all the stuff that we doing to each other is not gonna get nowhere.
Ooh, 5-kill streak, I see you. But nah, it's not going nowhere. It's like, hey, and it's one thing that, you know, Charleston White said. I know he says a lot of wild stuff, but it was one thing that he said that I was like, you know what, he is not wrong at all. Where it's like, you know, when a black person go ahead and load a clip and they leave out the house, and don't none of those bullets have some other ethnicity on it? When he putting in that clip together, every bullet got a name for somebody who black.
And we so hateful towards each other. I don't understand what all this hate come from. Well, I mean, like, why do we continue to keep hating each other? Why do we continue to keep killing each other? Like,
why?
It just don't. Why? It don't make any sense. Like, everybody, you know. We have to, I mean, it's bad enough that we had to fight racism. That's already enough. But with this case here, because it was black police officers, it kind of defeats the narrative what we're trying to fight for now.
Yep, because then they say, oh, you know, everybody's against blue lives, but it's like, you can't say this is a race thing like you have in previous times because this is black folk. So what you gonna say? Oh, it's the police, but it's the corrupt police, but hell, we're part of the police force too. So you can't make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, it's something else when we're part of the problem.
Yep. And the problem gotta start with us. It starts with us. We gotta put an end to it.
Yeah.
And this is the time now that we need to take a look within ourselves and just see, you know, as black people, we need to come together. But
yeah.
But what's the odds of that really just happening at this point? Like, you know, we've been doing it's been going on for so long. Like, we keep protesting, but I mean,
a protest doesn't do nothing if you ain't gonna change nothing.
You know, we don't get nowhere. We keep getting the same results each time. Like, it's protests and then everybody stop and then everybody go back to their regular lives, and then it happens again. It's a never-ending cycle when it comes to it, and I just don't understand. You know, I don't understand, like, why ain't nobody really trying to buckle down and do anything about it.
Because at this point, all I see is, oh, the black people are mad. Go ahead and let them riot and protest a little bit. They'll calm down. We go back to our regular lives. That's what it seems like nowadays. Because I mean, shit, it's the same thing. It's been the same thing for how long now? It's not changing. So, I mean, like, in order for there to be a change, we got to be the ones to make the change. But it's like, and the one thing that I would think is like, ever since integration, honestly. For us black people, ain't like, okay, yeah, as far as the human rights things and whatnot, obviously, but as far as the quality of how we treat each other has turned for a dramatic worse. Like, why? For what? And then, oh, our culture, then we want to go ahead and say that our culture, it be some of the worst stuff that we do to each other is our culture. Why? Oh, twerking and blah, blah, blah. That's our culture. Huh? Really? We promoting that for our culture? Are you serious? Oh, yeah, do-rag looking thug, blah, blah, blah. That's black culture. That's black culture? Really? The worst stigmas that we have for our people are, that's what we're doing?
I mean, it's just
and
one
that's how
of
we're
those.
looked at around the world.
Yep. And that's the bad part. It's around the world. It ain't just. It's no longer just the country. Like, you know, with the internet now, everybody can see all kind of stuff all over the world now.
Yeah.
So, you know, we living in a time now where
friendly cruise missile inbound.
we living in a time now where we living in a time now where it's just sad now. Like, people they just throw the side to it, and of course,
yeah,
we know the media, they're gonna use, like, if we were to say, okay, all white cops are racist and stuff, they're gonna use this here that just happened. They're gonna use that against us. So
of course,
they're gonna use that against us. Well, black people, well, as you can see, you saw 5 black cops. You see what they did to them, and
right.
And, you know, it just, you know, but that's not the point. The point is, these guys was officers. And this is something that the black community and the police have had major. It's been an ongoing battle. You know, it makes me wonder, like how long is this gonna continue on, and how long this gonna continue to keep going? Because, you know, the good cops. Here's my thing with the good cops. The good cops, they know that they're bad cops, but they don't say nothing. They just look the side eye to it. So, you know, but at the same time, as much as we need to take responsibility, so does the good cops. I think the good cops need to stand up as well, because I mean, let's just face it. Like, if you're not going to do nothing about it, then
you're not going to change nothing.
Yeah.
It's like you almost need, and that's the thing where it's like, you know, most people don't say anything or whatnot. What? You know, most people don't say anything or whatnot because it's like, oh, you know, that's some bullshit. I don't want to lose my position or whatnot. And it seems to be either police officers who are comfortable and have their own little, you know, group that run around with them, or it's like, oh, they're in a position where it's like, who are you to tell me how to do my job? And that's where we get stuck at. And it's like, okay, well, even still, if you're afraid to say anything, then ain't nothing gonna happen.
Yeah,
you can't be afraid to speak out. But granted, you know, social media and everything else has made it so, you know, difficult for anybody to say anything.
Yep. And people have gotten so comfortable now just to saying whatever they won't say now, so they just
say whatever they want.
And I mean, and they just say with it's like they just say with pride, like, it's just, you know what, I'm just gonna say this and this and this, and I'm gonna leave it at that, and ain't gonna be no consequences. But see, it's gonna be consequences to stuff that you're gonna say and do. You know, people are so quick to call you, because people are quick to call you out, and I mean real quick to call you out. So, you know, and it's just one of those things too. It's just one of those things to me where, you know, with this case here, it's just sad because, you know, we talked about, I mean, here in Memphis, it's always been the crime rate here has been like crazy high here. It's high, like, and people, like, I know, like I said, I know it's everywhere, you know, but with here, it's so different because we have police officers that's supposed to protect and serve out here. They don't really do that, especially here in Memphis. That's why it's one of the highest, it's one of the most dangerous cities in this country. So,
yep.
You know,
it's scary to think that this is what it's come to.
You know, it kind of
'Cause it's
saddens
like,
me.
really? It's extremely saddening, because it's like, here we go again. It's like, when is it gonna stop? Is it gonna
Yeah.
stop? Is anybody gonna do anything about it to make it stop?
Mm-hmm.
And from what it seems like, it's like, nope.
I mean, if they gonna, I mean, at this point, like, and I'm gonna say this on this video here because I know most people be like, oh, well, I know everybody gonna have their opinions about stuff, and that's fine. I mean, we all have our own opinions on stuff, you know. So, but it's just with the way things going, you know, towards us, it's like we on the brink of extinction if this continues as black people.
On top of the fact that, you know, our nuclear homes are being destroyed on top of that, so it's like we're killing each other, the nuclear homes are being destroyed, and we have no structure as a community. How the hell are we as a people supposed to continue?
Exactly. I mean, you're sitting up here, we constantly doing this to each other, we constantly doing this to each other, and it's just, you know, and we suffering slowly. We suffering slowly. And then to the 5 officers that did what they did to that boy, you know, that was just one of the most heinous things that I've seen in my lifetime. You know, to see that young man get his life brutally taken like that.
Your pride, your pride is so hurt to like, and you're an officer of the law, so you know you should have some type of understanding that the human body is extremely fragile. And you mean to tell me that you went ahead and used an unnecessary force because of your pride to take someone else's life? So now 5, 6 plus people have been absolutely destroyed. But really more to a degree if you want to consider families and everything of that nature. But to those individuals in particular, 5, 6 people's lives have been destroyed over pride.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. And it's just crazy. Like we are on, you know, self-destruction because we sitting up here doing this towards each other. Like I don't understand it. Like how can you sit here and actually just do what you did, and then if anybody watched that video, which I'm pretty sure everybody have, the way they look like they done it numerous times, and they have. Like they done it so casually. Like this is something that we deal with down here.
This was
like,
coordinated.
Yes, very coordinated, and you know it just one. I mean, more stuff is gonna come out as time goes on, but you know,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, it just it's like this is something that we really just want to talk about because, I mean, like I said, I was just living here. It just, you know, it's just crazy. And I mean, like I said, I've been hearing everybody's opinions about it, and everybody was saying certain stuff. There are some things that I understood what they were saying, and then it was certain stuff I didn't agree with. Like, because of this situation here was different. Like, it's like the tables just turned. So it's it's just crazy.
It's baffling because it's just like when you watch the video, it's disgusting. Like you mean to tell me that y'all went to that length for what? Why?
I mean,
like you clearly made it obvious that you wanted this boy dead. You wanted him dead, and so you made sure he died.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, how did you not die, bro? Holy, he right there. Oh, okay, nope. But it's just like, come on now, we gotta do so much better than what we're doing.
Yeah, cause we going backwards on this. Like the way that we treating each other, and it, like I said, this continues, man. We on the brink of we gonna be extinct. You know, I hate to say it, but I'm just gonna tell the truth on here. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, if you good black folk, go on move to Africa.
Man said move to Africa.
Go move to Africa. And you got to prove to the Africans that you good black folk, because they just see us as African Americans. We ain't no good. If you good black folk, go to Africa and treat the Africans with respect, and they'll
Okay.
treat you with love and respect back. Cause it's like, bro, we can't do anything. Man, am I really missing all these? And he killed me. Okay. Wow. I just got completely thrown off of my point. Damn.
I'm forgetting it.
It's just it's not. There's nothing safe about living in a place where your own people look at you side eye.
God damn.
Your own people.
Yeah.
Like no other community does it to each other like that. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the Asians don't do each other like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't matter what community you want to look at. They don't really like. I mean, if you want to say that, you know, police officers kill more white people than they do black people, then you can have it. I'm not gonna have that argument.
I'm
But,
gonna say
like,
but we more televised than anything else, though.
yeah, oh yeah. See, and that's the thing that's scary is like you're painting because of the fact that you're showing this. Damn, headshots like that, huh? It's like because it's like you're painting the narrative to where you're painting an untrue narrative that's making things worse. So it's like, for what reason? There's no good benefit to it, so why?
Yeah, and I will say this: I'm glad everybody did a peaceful protest. Ain't nobody really just go out or go buck wild, especially here in Memphis, man. I thought folks was.
That's what I was expecting.
I expected folks were going ham, but it didn't happen though. So I'm glad though. So I'm glad it didn't happen. But you know, we don't need no more. We don't need. I mean, you just sitting up here tearing up, you know, tearing up stuff. I mean, it don't get nowhere.
For what? It don't at all.
I mean, what's the point?
There is none. There's no end to it. Like I said, an eye for an eye make the whole world blind. Then it doesn't matter. You can't see where you're walking. Somebody steps on your foot. Now you're going straight for violence. It don't never stop.
And see, but that's why they went on to put those guys in jail, because if they didn't, it would have been Rodney King all over again.
It'd been mayhem. Yeah, it would have been mayhem.
So that would stopped it from the riot to really kick off, because the fact that they went on to charge those guys. So I was like, that was a good thing though.
I don't think they had a choice.
Oh no, they didn't have a choice.
I'm reloading.
Yeah, I don't think they had a same way with that Chavez situation, because if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, I said Rodney King, with Chavez and wow, did I forget his name? That's crazy. George Floyd, there we go. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know, bro. It's just, can we stop? Can we just please stop? Like, why is it that the United States, we're supposed to be this great, fantastic country where all your dreams come true and blah, blah, blah. At least that's what they want to tell people. And we're that same country that has the most, we have the most death rate when it comes to officers, when it comes to our own police officers. Like, why, if you're supposed to protect and serve, why are we always having these same conversations? And that's the narrative that's always pushed on the news and everything like that. It don't sound very safe now, do it?
No, it don't. And you got to think about it. They got to think about it. Like, you got the internet all over the world watching everything we do now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So that's a whole.
The world is now a neighborhood. With the internet, the world is a neighborhood.
Surely, and they watching. So,
boy. They are watching. There is no. Like, ooh, there's some text. What? That still hit? Oh no, I got killed by somebody else. Yeah, there's no question about that. It's.
I don't know. It's just. it's just one of those things now where, you know, if people gonna say they're gonna make a change, then they need to make that change. But until then, you know, nothing's gonna change until, until we as a people decide to make that change. It's just that simple.
Yeah. But it's like, as it's looking right now, do you see anybody that's like trying to make a change? It's just the same situations over and over again. Golly, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, same talking points. Everybody saying that we need the law for all the. Listen, we need to put all this to rest. With all whatever going on, all this needs to be put to rest.
It's like the fact that we're, after all this time, we still going through this. Still, really, like, and that's the thing. That's one thing that irritates me, because you know, it's all about race. It's race. There's only one race. It's a human race. Sure, you have ethnicities, but I mean, hell, all ethnicity is a different viewpoint. Why is it that, you know what I'm saying, the best viewpoint would be the viewpoints all together in one, not one separately over the other one? No.
Yeah, and that's the other part. Like, we lost our sense of humanity. I mean, that's what, like, that's the ultimate thing. The ultimate thing, we lost our sense of humanity towards each other because we're so busy looking at each other as blacks and whites and Asians and Mexicans and Latinos and you know. So when you lose that part of you, it just you just hateful. Like, you hateful, and you just, you don't want to make the necessary change you need to make you know, to make this country better, you know. And it just, I mean, it's just so much. There's so much going on, and you know, it's just one of those things that just had me thinking, like, when we looked at that boy get beat up like he did, like, as a black man, the first thing we looked at, like, that could have been me, that could have been me, that could have been my nephew, godson, anybody, man, anybody.
Yep.
But the fact that the fact that the officers were black, it didn't really surprise me, because, like I said before, in Memphis we see this a lot. Yep. So, you know, like I said, it's gonna be more stuff coming out soon. So, but, you know, we just wanted to give our take on and our thoughts about it, because, you know, I feel though, as a content creator and I have this platform pretty much, and I want to go ahead and just share my thoughts. I want to share my thoughts about, you know, this situation, because it was like, it's really starting to get more and more disturbing, and, you know, it really bothers you now. So so I feel as though, like, okay, I'm a content creator, I got a voice, so I want to share my thoughts on that, and I'm gonna start doing more and more of that.
I'm reloading.
Cargo helo is en route to the AO. Be advised,
Yeah, this is
reinforcements inbound.
Reloading.
it just needs to stop.
Yeah, it really do, because it's really just one of those. It's just one of those things where it's getting more and more sad to see. You know?
Yeah.
It's getting more sad to see, and as an older individual as myself, to see these young kids that die, you know, before, you know, the fact that the parents have to bury the child is just is not, that's not how it's supposed to be.
It's backwards.
So
that's not the point.
So yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's just,
Throwing sentence.
it just doesn't make any sense.
no, it really don't.
Bird, mark, vámonos. I'm here.
You know, just trying to live an ordinary life is already hard enough.
Yeah, understatement.
You know.
Sentry ready to deploy.
Shot for shot, you bastards.
So
That
it's
is
one.
an understatement.
So, you know, yeah,
Right
it's
on the
just.
back. Keep the pressure on, lads.
So yeah, I'm gonna do more videos of these, you guys, and, you know, we gonna, like, I'm trying to expand this channel. Well, it's a gaming channel, but at the same time, I do want to have some talking points and stuff about, have some more talking points about, you know, certain life situations and stuff. you know,
Because this is
Grenade.
a serious situation and a real conversation.
Reloading.
and it's just crazy how the world didn't change. Like, you know, by me, I'm an '80s baby, so just watching the world from the '80s, from the late '80s to the '90s and to the early 2000s, and you know, and to see how things have changed so drastically, it just, you know, I just had to speak on it. Like me and Pampa, we were talking about it before we started this, so we was like, we just need to just, you know, let our voices be heard about this. You know, everybody, you know, if you're a content creator, man, you know what I'm saying, and you know, you have a platform, and you know, it's always good to kind of, you know, speak out about it, because you don't know who's listening to you. You'd be surprised. So
Yeah, because it's a real situation. There's no joke about that whatsoever.
but you know, we just gonna pray that hope things get better, you know, because I mean, it's because either you gonna move forward or you just gonna move backwards.
Well, it looks like we still moving backwards.
Reloading.
So incoming.
Changing mags.
So yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just crazy how it's just like, it's so crazy what we do towards each other, and it's getting worse and worse. But what makes it kind of frightening, you know,
Our UAV is
because you know, you hear stories about people, you know, you hear stories about the cops doing you like that when it's not, you know, on camera or not, but the way they did it so boldly, and they didn't care. So it was just like
They didn't care.
they did it so casual, like
Body cams and everything. Like, okay, and
they didn't care.
not a
So-
care in the world.
So I mean, I just want people to understand that, you know, I just want people to understand that, you know, you can sit here and say that he ran and, you know, he should never ran and all that, but if you look at how he was pulled out that damn car aggressively, like, you can't do nothing but to fear. Because when you see it too many times, and you see it so many times, it's just you fearing for your life. These the same ones that's supposed to protect and serve you and make sure you alive want you dead.
But and then the other thing is just like, you know, you can't say, oh, he shouldn't have ran. Why did they kill him after he was in cuffs?
Exactly. Why they beat him up? Why they kill him? Why they do all this? Why?
That just because you ran, that doesn't excuse the reason to go ahead and kill somebody.
Exactly. No matter what the reason is, if you're a police officer and if you a public servant, you're supposed to serve and protect us. That's your job.
Yep.
And what they did was just straight up heinous. So
There's just no care.
Our perimeter's compromised. Fall back.
So it was just
They didn't give a damn.
So it was just one of those things, you know. Hold on, I got something.
Friendly SA launched.
Gotcha.
UAV ready for
So, you know,
target.
it's just one of those things where people
Copy.
just,
UAV is on
you know,
station.
like I said, we all have our opinions, you know, and
deployed.
you know,
Mission is nearly complete. Keep pushing.
and you know, it's just one of those things that you have to.
UAV is orbiting the area.
But you have, I mean, it's fine to have your opinions and all that, because I respect everybody's opinions, like, you know, because you can learn something from it. You can learn from different people. You'd be surprised what you can learn from a certain stance. But when it comes down to something, but it would come down to certain stuff where you know that
This is
it's
just
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, it was just plain wrong. No matter what the reason is, no matter how that person felt or what they did to you, wrong is just wrong. Just as simple.
Mm-hmm. No question about that.
So it was just one of those things where one of those things that it should never escalated that far. Like,
Nope. Should have never. Like, there's literally no reason for it.
so it's just one of those things that it bothered me, it bothered my wife, it bothered my family, it bothered all of us. But we seem to can't solve this problem. We can't solve this problem of us hating towards each other. We can't solve this problem of killing one another. We can't solve this problem of not working together. This is a problem. It's a serious problem.
Yep.
And we can't rely on the government, so we got to rely on us.
Oh.
You know,
Cause ain't nobody gonna care about us more than us. But hell, shit. Clearly, everybody else can see we don't care about us either.
Yep. And that's how they look at that. They look at that like, okay, well, since they don't care about each other, then you know what, we don't care about them. So
yeah, what the hell we gotta care about them? They don't give a damn. Why should we?
So yeah, as the people, man, we gotta change. We gotta change our way of thinking. We gotta change our way how we do each other. You know, we need to make all these necessary changes.
Yeah. And sooner rather than later, because it's the longer we take, the worse it gets.
And that's gonna get, man. And from the way it's looking, it just continuing to get worse and worse as it goes on.
Yeah.
So
yep.
you know, it just like I said before, like, you know, I watch other people's YouTube videos and they were speaking about it, and they, you know, they were talking about how they feel about the whole situation, and you know, but it's good to speak on it, especially when you in the area, you know.
Yeah.
Because every city functions differently.
Oh.
So, but y'all, man, that's our time for this little video, man. I appreciate it. If anybody watched, listen to it, man. Go by the Panther channel, the Panther 28. He got some good clips and shorts over there, man. And you know, also hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned to the latest content, man. So this was just something that we want to speak on. So, but
yeah, because this was definitely necessary.
Yeah. So until next time, you guys, man. Catch you guys on the next live stream or video. And we out.
Peace.
Peace.